Obviously another tough road trip. Excited about the opportunity with our young, inexperienced team to go on the road and play obviously one of the most tradition-rich and storied programs, just like last weekend. This weekend it's Tennessee. Last weekend it was Stanford. So got to get ready to play an undefeated team, a big, strong, physical team, well-coached Tennessee team. So it's a big challenge for us, but I'm excited to get back to practice today. Yesterday, kids had off, and so we'll get back after it today and tomorrow, and head to Knoxville tomorrow afternoon.
Coach, how much does it help Les Angeles win to go into this place with this new crew, knowing, especially like the younger guys, like you can go in and walk into a hostile place, and especially at Townsend Bowling, with the tradition that's there. How much does it help last week's victory to kind of give them that confidence to go into another hostile place?
Sure. Well, it can't do anything but help, that's for sure. I mean, the experience of going to Stanford, they were raising their championship banner, passing out championship rings, and having to deal with all that, and then play a team with 4 starters back that won the national championship. It doesn't get much tougher. So this week it won't be any easier. I think they're bringing Tamika Catchings back on Sunday. They're planning to pack the place. So it'll be a tremendous challenge. I'm sure she'll give the pregame speech, and again, it'll be a case of you got to go in there and try to weather the storm early. My opinion, all that emotion wears off after the first media, and now it's time to play. So if we can weather it early like we did at Stanford, our team will, I think they'll go in there and compete. I don't think that's an issue, but anytime you go on the road, it's the road for a reason, whether you have woes shooting the ball or taking care of the ball or defending. I mean, there's just so many things that go into it. Maybe you didn't sleep well the night before. Playing early, so you got to get them up early for a shoot around. So I got all the reasons why you can't, you maybe couldn't play well, but at the end of the day, it's still a game, and you still pass, you still cut, you still screen, you still, shoot, you still defend. So, I'm excited. I'm always excited to see the next one. I told my staff, we were sitting around after the game on Wednesday, and it was kind of quiet. And I'm like, guys, we just won by 41. We're never going to be unhappy about winning by 40. Were we pleased with how everything went? No, but that's I think why we're who we are and why we're good. We don't settle. You're supposed to beat somebody 50, beat them 50, and so I just think that's the attention to detail that we as a staff have. It's certainly always kind of been what I've been a part of, both as an assistant or as a head coach. So we'll keep coaching them and teaching them, but great opportunity this weekend, again, go into a place, they've been ranked higher than us all year until the polls came out this week, so we're both about the same.
What are some of the challenges that you see Tennessee presenting to you guys?
Oh, man. They're just monsters on the boards, big, physical, go aggressively. I mean, their coach played for Pat Summitt, and that was always a staple of hers. And so, you better check them because they're coming hard. They've got a player of the year who's a grad transfer from another conference, and she's playing extremely well, brings a lot to the table. They've got the big kid inside, and of course they've got some really special guards. So they got the total package in my mind. They play extremely hard. Coach Harper does a great job. She was Kelly Jolly at Tennessee, and I think I coached against her when she played there. And so, again, you can see that team doing what her teams did as a player, and you got to get ready for all of that. And, for us, we got 2 days to do it, and that makes it tough too. So anyway, but those are kind of the first things that jump out at you.
What's the importance of these early season, challenges, playing at Stanford, playing at Tennessee, especially on the road, just how vital is that, when you look at the overall scope of what you're trying to do?
Sure. Well, we have to go on the road in Big 12 a lot, and every place is, every game in our league is a rival game in my mind. And so when you go on the road, I mean, no place is easy. It's especially not easy for Texas, and it's especially not easy for Texas in today's climate of where we are as a university and what our future looks like. So it's only gotten harder. And so, for us, getting our young kids, we started 2 freshmen on Sunday, played 2 more off the bench, gives those kids an experience and an understanding of what's coming, and hopefully it gives them a little confidence that they can do it in this setting. It's not ideal. I inherited 3 of the games. I scheduled the Arizona game in Las Vegas, but Tennessee A&M and Stanford were all games we inherited, and they were all returns. So, we were fortunate in that UConn put it off a year. We're going to go up there next year. We could have had to been going to UConn this year too.
Wow.
So it's just, but again, I think it gives our kids a great opportunity to learn and experience what it's like on the road in another environment to get them ready for the Big 12. And it's not going to hurt our resume, down the line. Hi, baby.
Hey,
You're late.
I know.
It won't hurt our resume down the line playing these teams, So that win on Sunday, y'all. Ain't many teams going into Palo Alto and beating that team with 4 starters back. And it's hard enough to go in there with a typical top 10 Stanford team. You got the national champions, 4 starters back, banners are being hung, and rings are being passed out. I mean, you can't get a more prepared and, ready team to play against. And I thought our kids really answered the bell on that.
Coach, how important is it to keep this tradition of playing, the 2 big, like you said, the 2 of the biggest, brands out there? How important is it to keep this tradition going and have that, that big matchup every year?
Yeah, I mean, I think for our game, for women's basketball, it's something that's been going on for a long time, and we certainly understand that, respect it. These programs, what you have to keep in mind though too is, so let's just look ahead to next year. We're at Connecticut. If we get Stanford back here and Tennessee back here, and then we're going to play another Pac-12 school up in Dallas. Okay, well, there's 4 Power 5s right there. That could be monsters on your schedule. Well, you're pretty much done with the monsters. Now you need to schedule others. So, but there's others that want us. Again, we got to go to Connecticut. We'll have a return from them the following year. So there's other people that are part of the equation, but I realize that some of these teams have been staples here and been playing each other, Texas and them, for many, many years, and I respect that, I honor that, and I welcome it.
Coach, when you talk about playing such big schools, I know we're still early on in the season, we haven't seen conference play yet, but just how proud are you of how your girls have responded in those situations and have been winning?
I'm really proud of them. I couldn't have been more proud on Sunday. Again, y'all, it's so hard to do what they did, and the toughness, just going toe to toe. It was like a heavyweight boxing match, and there wasn't a whole lot of dancing. It was just 2 people standing there and punching. And to see our kids just do that and go toe to toe, to see our young kids not survive in that environment, but thrive in that environment, I think it gives you a lot of confidence. It does for me as a coach to know, hey, not only are we good right now, but our future is extremely bright. And again, there's a little bit of a comfort level, I'd say, for the coach. I wouldn't say a lot of comfort level, but a little bit. Just knowing that, hey, we've done it before, they handled themselves right, our preparation was good, our focus was outstanding. So, you know, hopefully they're learning that you got to have that when you play these teams. And if you'll develop that every day, you know, if you live your life like that every day, and you're going to be successful in life. And that's always been our challenge as coaches. We're trying to teach life lessons here, y'all. You know, being on time, you know, doing more than what's required. All these things are life lessons, you know. Basketball is a game, right? You don't rotate, you don't get a charge, you don't make a great pass, somebody doesn't make a shot because you made a bad pass. It's the worst thing that happens, right? In life, you know, it ain't like that. You're late, boss tells you to put a report on their desk at 8 in the morning, and you walk in at 10 and go, hey, sorry I'm late, had traffic, here it is. Real world is they might be fired. And so, you know, we're teaching that too. You know, we've got those same kinds of issues, but obviously the repercussions aren't as severe as what will happen in life. But that doesn't mean you don't teach those lessons, right? Doesn't mean you don't put a big emphasis on those kinds of things. And so that's always our challenge. And I just think we've got to continue to impress upon our kids the importance of that. Because let's face it, y'all, there's kids her age. There's kids her age right now wearing camouflage somewhere, holding a gun, protecting us, serving. We talk about serving all the time. And when they make a mistake, it's a little more severe than a bad pass out of bounds or showing up late. And yet they're doing it at their age. And so, you know, we really want to keep coaching and teaching and impressing upon these young ladies the importance of the little things.
Rorri, what do you think you all are doing really well?
I would say our team chemistry has definitely picked up, especially from the Stanford game. I felt so connected with every single one of my teammates, as if I've been playing with them for so long. And we all just, you know, there's a lot of newcomers, freshmen, you know, inexperienced and young team. But I definitely did feel like our chemistry was one of the things that kept us together. And of course, playing hard. You'll never catch our Texas women's basketball team not playing hard. That's one thing that we'll always do every game.
And as far as going on the road, you know, another tough road game for you guys, which I was a coach about this, you know, just how much did you all learn from the Stanford game, and, you know, what are you going to take from that going on the road to face Tennessee?
You know, just like I just said about playing hard, that's one thing. You could play any team, and they could be completely, you know, better than you or not as good as you, not as competitive, but whoever plays the hardest is going to win. And I think that's what we need to take from our Stanford game and bring it to Tennessee this Sunday.
How much confidence does it give you girls on the court when you do have these tough road games after coming off of such a big one?
It's all the confidence in the world almost. It's such a great opportunity to have played Stanford this last Sunday on ESPN in front of, you know, all these people worldwide, and just to be so successful in that game. And here we are now about to play another really amazing team, Tennessee. It should carry over completely 100%.
From a female standpoint, you know, we still struggle trying to get the recognition in sports. Games like that, like you said, that are airing on ESPN, and they're that great of a game. Do you ever feel like you're playing for more than just to win when it comes to situations like that?
Yes, there's so many opportunities that come with basketball, other than just winning a game. And, you know, you learn a lot, like life lessons, like Coach Schaefer said. You learn a lot through these situations. And, that's why I play basketball, really. I just know it's going to bring me opportunities, like something I love to do, but it's also going to bring opportunities outside of it.
Anything else?
All right, appreciate y'all.
Thank
Coach,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.